I'm sure you're still familiar with the facts. Mr. Crandall lies dead in his den, poisoned by party or parties unknown. Mr. Poe, Monsieur Dupin, here we are. Come in, please. Here is the corpus delicti. Now, who did it? I mean, who done it?
Alors, Dupin, souviens-toi de tout ce que je t'ai dit. N'oublie pas donc que le dénouement est quelque part dans cette chambre. N'évite rien qui saute aux yeux et fais bien attention à tous les détails.
Ah oui, monsieur? Oh, Mr. Poe, I wouldn't do that. You'll rub off the fingerprints.
What are fingerprints?
It's a system of identifying. I mean to say, everybody has little marks on the end.
Whatever your system, sir, it sounds like rank superstition. My own methods are scientific. Ah, even through the unmistakable odor of almonds, I detect an Elysian aroma. Must cost $1 a bottle. Ah. Pure, true ambrosia, free of the taint of murder.
Monsieur Poe, quelque chose de très étrange ici.
Mais bien sûr, why, of course. My dear Daly, you know my creed. The solution always lies right under our noses. I must amend that now. It often lies to some extent within our noses. Your case is solved, Mr. Daly. Observe. Whoever it was who came in here tonight, purportedly to play a game of chess with the deceased, officially to murder him, whoever it was, he or she was a connoisseur.
Why do you say that, sir?
Observe. Mr. Crandall, the deceased, was simply a swiller of spirits. This monstrous glass was designed for quantity, not qualitative analysis. His opponent, on the other hand, insists on the tulip-type receptacle, the mark of the professional taster, the true appreciator, the connoisseur. In this glass, all the fumes are channeled directly into the nose. In this, they are dispersed on the desert air. Now, sir, what is the first thing a connoisseur does when he or she is given a glass of brandy?
He or she sniffs it.
That is correct. Then what is the next thing? We are dealing with a connoisseur, remember.
He drinks it?
Not at all, sir. He or she lifts it to the light, revels in its amber beauty. It is one of the delights of the drink, sir. Brandy appeals to the nose, to the eye, and then to the throat. Now, sir, assume our connoisseur lifts this glass to the light. This very glass, sir. What does he, she, see? Prism sunlight, of course. But he or she would also see something else. In this glass, sir, he or she would see the unmistakable signs of a foreign sediment.
No.
But decidedly, yes. There is sediment in that glass, kernels of the cork of the bottle, perhaps. That, sir, is anathema to any connoisseur. Anathema! Why, then, did our murderer drink it? Il ou elle ne l'a pas vu. Because he or she did not see the sediment.
Why not?
There can be only one explanation. There was something wrong with his or her eyesight. Find the myopic person at the festive board tonight, and you have your murderer. Thank you, sir. Come along, Dupin.
Suffers from myopia. Ah, Sir Arthur. Come in, please, sir. Well, sir, the situation speaks for itself. Do you think you can figure out who murdered him?
I can try. See now. Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Now, sir, if you will examine that fist, Mr. Doyle, you will find it is clenching a pawn. The position of the hand indicates that the unfortunate Mr. Crandall had just picked up that pawn. It lies athwart the board. Surely he would not have held his hand on the board in the course of the game. Therefore, he must have picked up the opponent's... He must have taken a sip of the poison brandy at the same moment he was removing his opponent's pawn. Now, the brandy killed him. The hand fell on the board. The last move in the game was undoubtedly Mr. Crandall's. And therein lies our area of conjecture. Now, let us reconstruct that last move. Mr. Crandall sits contemplating the board. He is, like all chess players, in anything but a hurry. But now, observe how his opponent must have been a restless creature. You see that ash tree near his or her chair, and the ash all round it, and on the floor. Now, the next appearance of the ash occurs exactly here. It is the same ash, sir, you may take my word for that. I assume you've read Sherlock Holmes' little monograph on the 140 different types of tobacco ash? Now, why here? Why ash on top of the table? For the simple reason, my dear sir, that our murderer comes to this painting on the wall. He or she leans over the table, hence the ash. That is the only explanation why ash should be on the table. Now, why should our art-loving murderer have to lean over the table? For the obvious reason, my dear Mr. Daly, that our murderer is nearsighted. I ask you to remember the ash round the ashtray and on the floor. It fell where it fell, not through carelessness, but through poor aim. And there is your solution, Mr. Daly. Find the astigmatic person at your dinner party, and you have your murderer.
Capital, Sir Arthur. Exactly 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Excuse me. Allowing 40 seconds to explain the facts, my time is 1 minute and 13 seconds less 40. That is 33 seconds flat. And now back to more important things. The new chapter on the White Company.
Thank you, Sir Arthur.
Elementary, my dear Mr. Daly.
Oh, Archie, come in. Where's Mr. Wolfe?
You know where he is.
He's not coming down?
You're catching on. I'll take a look around, then we'll go see Wolf.
Archie, I may say, is almost as good a sleuth as Nero Wolfe himself. There's only one trouble with Archie. He's not Nero Wolfe. We can be sure of one thing, though. Nothing will escape Archie's eagle eye. Nothing but the solution. For that, he always has to get back to his boss.
Take him away now and leave me alone.
Mr. Wolfe, could you see your way clear to being present while we give the eye tests?
I never leave this house, except in an emergency.
Well, sir, murder has been committed before the very eyes of millions of people. Don't you consider that some sort of an emergency? Now, if Mr. Poe has finished his work, and Mr. Doyle has finished his chapter, and Mr. Wolfe decides that this is some sort of an emergency, we may yet be able to gather together in one room the greatest panel of experts ever to lend their collective brains to the solution of a single crime.